An incredible scene at the Citrus Bowl here in Orlando. The Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar making his way to the ring, accompanied by his advocate Paul Heyman. Over 70,000 people in attendance for this much anticipated rematch. Because there is one number that has stayed in the head of Brock Lesnar since November. That number is 1 minute 26 seconds. That is how long it took Goldberg to beat Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Then he eliminated Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar has not forgotten.
You used the phrase much anticipated. I guarantee you no one on the planet Earth has been looking more forward to this match than the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar struck Goldberg with an F5 on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago. But this past week, Goldberg answered with a spear outside the ring. Does Goldberg have Lesnar's number?
You know, Colt, despite recent history, I remain steadfast in my belief you don't bet against the Beast.
Can Goldberg do it again?
This man Goldberg may be the cover story for arguably the greatest comeback in sports entertainment history.
He beat Kevin Owens back in early March to win the Universal Championship and set this up as a Universal title match at WrestleMania.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Universal Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate for the challenger. weighing in tonight at 295 pounds, fighting out of Suplex City, the superhero conquering beast of WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar!
His opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 270 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Goldberg!
The question tonight is, can that man, Brock Lesnar, slay his demon? The one man who has been a major obstacle in his career.
We are about to find out. This one is going to be big. This one's going to be epic. It's like two titans clashing in front of us.
Two once-in-a-lifetime athletes with competitive fire enshrined in their DNA.
Brock Lesnar looks ready to go. Goldberg looks extremely confident as well. Bell rings, we are underway. Goldberg measuring Lesnar. And quickly, Brock Lesnar delivers a German suplex to Goldberg. Lesnar quickly. And another one. And Goldberg is going to Suplex City, and the Beast is on the hunt. And he delivers a triple German suplex to Goldberg. But from behind, a takedown by Goldberg to Lesnar. And just when Lesnar thought he had Goldberg down, Goldberg turned the tables.
It could be deja vu.
Spear! Lesnar floored again, but this time wisely rolls out of the ring.
We could be on the verge of seeing Goldberg go 3-0 against Brock Lesnar.
And look at Goldberg measuring Lesnar. Here comes Goldberg. Through the barricade. Goldberg has speared Lesnar through the barricade. Corey, what does Lesnar have to do?
I have no earthly idea. Lesnar came out of the gate strong, delivering multiple suplexes.
A trifecta of Germans.
Yes, take a look back at this. Goldberg visited Suplex City almost immediately, but recovered and has just taken the fight to the Beast.
Yeah, it wasn't done there on the outside. A third spear through the barricade. What a response by Goldberg.
And now Goldberg back to his feet, looking to drag Lesnar back into the ring. Knee to the midsection. And Goldberg looks to beat Brock Lesnar again.
What would this do to the legacy of the Beast Incarnate?
Paul Heyman cannot believe it.
It would destroy his legacy, Byron.
Looking for the jackhammer. Looking to put Brock Lesnar away. Wait a minute. Lesnar picked Goldberg. Lesnar picked Goldberg.
No.
Look at the F5. Goldberg.
Another spear. Fourth spear by Goldberg.
No way is Lesnar going to survive that.
Heyman realizes it. Grabbing his head outside the ring.
It's almost superhuman response by the Universal Champion.
Goldberg closing in on a monumental win at WrestleMania. Lesnar's stunned. Lesnar's in trouble. Brock has no idea where he is. Goldberg looking for the jackhammer.
Lesnar up.
Lesnar got him. Goldberg got him. Hooks the leg. Lesnar kicks out. Lesnar kicked out. Goldberg can't believe it.
Goldberg is completely shocked.
And for once, a look of disbelief on the face of Goldberg in this rivalry. Lesnar has life.
Oh, but Goldberg poised and in position again.
How much life does Lesnar have left? I mean, Brock's barely crawling to his feet.
Goldberg smells blood.
Listen to Heyman screaming at Lesnar. Tell him to wake up. Look at the spear. Oh my God!
Good God!
What a leapfrog by Brock!
Goldberg might have knocked himself silly in the turnbuckle. Guess what, Goldberg? We're going to Suplex City.
He's definitely going to be knocked silly now. Brock Lesnar's had enough. Goldberg in trouble.
He was in trouble before.
And it's getting worse.
Keeping count here. The WWE Universe.
Brock Lesnar trying to make Goldberg a permanent resident of Suplex City.
But 7 Germans.
Somehow, Goldberg is still fighting to get to his feet.
But he goes back down, Corey, with every German.
Goldberg, though, struggling to get back to his feet. Brock Lesnar again stalking. And for a 9th time, a German suplex. And this is beginning to become very reminiscent of the Lesnar destruction of John Cena a number of years ago. They're looking for 10 here in Orlando.
They're gonna get it.
10 Germans to Goldberg. And Lesnar's in his element.
The sword of Damocles is at the back of the neck of Goldberg, and everyone here in the Citrus Bowl can feel it.
And a beast with Goldberg up on his shoulders.
Goldberg got out of it once.
F5! Cover! Hooks the leg! Brock Lesnar is the new Universal Champion!
Here is your winner and the new Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar!
Brock is back and on top of Raw.
Absolute dominance personified.
It took a little while for Lesnar to get going, but once he started ripping off the German suplexes, 10 in total, it was lights out for Goldberg.
Brock Lesnar has erased the blemish that has haunted him.
His career could have been besmirched had Lesnar not redeemed himself tonight. But Brock did it, and in a big way, with 10 German suplexes.
This is early on, Corey. But Goldberg with his spear out of nowhere would ensure that his dominance over Lesnar would continue, at least for the moment.
Yeah, this wasn't it. Goldberg even on the outside delivering his spear through the barricade. And we thought this was it, as Goldberg would hoist up Lesnar for the jackhammer, but somehow the Beast Incarnate would still survive.
Here was the turning point. Yeah, let's check out this freakish agility by the Beast Incarnate, avoiding a spear and turning the tides.
Two of the most intensely dominant superstars. This was his 10th, the 10th German suplex that was delivered by Brock Lesnar. And that was just the prelude to this. In the center of the ring, an emphatic F5, and Brock Lesnar is your new Universal Champion.
How good did that feel for Brock Lesnar?
Also, now Eric Bischoff said if Arn wins the arm wrestling contest, Bischoff would allow Ric Flair to wrestle again. Be that as it may, we have heard the rumors, as many of you may have, that Ric Flair would be making an appearance here tonight. Not wrestling, making an appearance. I think it's very apparent from what we heard from Eric Bischoff when we were eavesdropping on Eric and Eddie Guerrero, that coming to the arena, making an appearance, is a lot different than Bischoff allowing you to wrestle. When it comes to dictating who can go in and out of the ring, Bischoff wields a very dangerous pen, Mike.
Well, it's all about that power that Eric Bischoff controls. And you're right, I don't know whether he has any power at this point over an appearance by Ric Flair. I don't see how he could. But as far as controlling Ric Flair and keeping him out of a wrestling ring, yeah, he does have that power.
Well, there's no question Arn Anderson it's put new light, new importance on what is a simple arm wrestling contest on Thursday, Brain.
Well, Eric Bischoff, by looking at him and looking at Arn Anderson, there's no match. Well, we all know Arn Anderson's had neck surgery. He's got a bad left hand, and he is left-handed. We know they run him into the post the last couple of times out there, so his shoulder and arm is damaged. I don't know. I don't know what Bischoff's got in the back of his mind. Always something.
Fans will just wait and see what goes down tonight, but we are seeing one of the wildest, strongest, craziest, most feared man in pro wrestling, Meng, come in against a giant. We've been talking so much about Goldberg and Sting coming up tonight, and maybe Flair's appearance, that we've kind of really haven't given much credence to this one. We should. You've got two super heavyweights, two very dangerous men in here. This is a big-time matchup, Mike.
Well, you have the largest athlete in pro sports with the choke slam against the monster Meng with the Tongan death grip. What a very interesting matchup this is going to be.
You know, if you look at the Giant, though, and Meng, will that Tongan death grip work? How big he is. Can he reach up that high and have that much power and leverage? I'm not sure Meng can put him away with that Tongan death grip.
Using his quickness as Meng.
Meng's trying to get him off his feet.
That's smart strategy.
I mean, this turned into a brawl right now. Look at this. Neither man giving an inch. I mean, he can't get the Giant down, but the Giant can't put him down either.
Both men still standing.
Oh!
What a side kick.
Wow!
That rocked the big man.
He knows Meng's there now.
Boy, the Giant, I think, went for a choke slam, and Meng just pounded the arms away. He just pounded the arms away. And the Giant's getting very angry. Meng, oh, it's a fight.
This is an old-fashioned slugfest.
I like this.
And Meng almost dared him to hit him again.
Giant's getting frustrated. He always overshines everyone. He always overpowers everyone. He can't do anything with this man now.
He's not hurting him. When he hits him, Meng comes back. 5 or 6 blows for the Giants. 1 and a headbutt. It didn't phase him.
That was a wake-up call.
Come on, big man. Let me see what you got.
What is it going to take? The biggest man in pro wrestling, and Meng has absorbed everything. And daring him to hit him again, the Giant has to rethink the strategy here.
Well, like I've always said, Meng feels no pain. Look at this man.
That's incredible. To the side of the head, and Meng,
whoa,
with 1 kick, rocked the Giant. He's going for it. And the Giant,
look at that, it's an impasse.
He can't reach him.
He cut him over the pass, that big stretch, the big reach of the Giant. Giant City. 1, 2, 3, the Giant wins. The Giant wins with 1 move. It was the reach of the Giant, the superior reach that cut Meng off when nothing else worked.
I would have loved to see what happened had he not had that reach, and Meng got him in that Tonga death grip.
That's something I don't know if we'll ever find out or not, but this was a fight. In the span of only a few minutes, this was one heck of a fight here on WCW Monday Nitro.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following event is a special no-holds-barred exhibition. Currently in the ring to my left, from Stockton, California, weighing 205 pounds,
Vernon White, who's fought all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. And Brazil, Japan, Australia. And here comes.
California, weighing 235 pounds, Shamrock.
He is all business, no doubt about that. Ken Shamrock, ladies and gentlemen. No-holds-barred exhibition.
Okay, Vernon, here's your chance. Make a name for yourself.
These matches are not for the weak at heart, I can tell you. Although, again, this is an exhibition, not an actual matchup. As you will see, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're an aficionado of the no-holds-barred, then certainly you'd want to be aware of the UFC's latest offering on pay-per-view on May the 30th. Individuals such as Victor Belfort, Tank Abbott. Of course, that's where Ken Shamrock got his big name in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And here we go.
Go after him now, Vernon.
An exhibition. And the UFC, you'll see a number of martial arts styles from time to time. Not just grapplers, but the strikers and all sorts of karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, you name it. Again, this is to be a bit of an exhibition here with Shamrock displaying what he does best.
No, it's going to be a big surprise because this young man is going to take it to Shamrock.
That remains to be seen.
Watch and
I don't
see.
think Mr. White, I think, owes Mr. Shamrock quite a bit, having trained with him. Nonetheless, I think the no-holds-barred style fighting is certainly most misunderstood by individuals in America. It is there's a takedown right there, and he could end it right now if he wanted to. I believe Shamrock can flatten out on him. Can he get it locked up? He's got it locked up. Oh, nice escape there by Vernon.
Very nicely done. Nice escape by Vernon White. Notice how Shamrock stays very close to him so that Vernon White cannot strike him.
Headbutt him, headbutt him.
Well, a headbutt is legal. And Shamrock here.
Vernon White now trying to get a leg lock on Shamrock, who counters. It's all about working on the joints and taking the joints against the grain, and that was a right hand right to the face of Vernon White. Shamrock can strike you, but he loves submissions. That's why ABC Television has termed Ken Shamrock the most dangerous man in the world.
I think you'll see that change tonight. You'll see Vernon White be called the most dangerous man in the world. He's going to surprise Shamrock.
Again, no one, ladies and gentlemen, has been seriously hurt. Wait just a moment.
Shamrock kicked right in the chest or the face. I couldn't see which.
No one has been seriously hurt in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And Shamrock behind Vernon White.
Vernon White in the guard position, covering his face.
Shamrock taking some liberties here. And
remember, there's no pinfalls in this. Referee's going to stop it. It's only an exhibition here. No sense in taking this kid's head off.
No, and
he's already bleeding. His nose is bloody.
John Nord makes his way here. We have seen John Nord on WCW Saturday night. We have seen him on WCW Pro. He makes his way in here in singles competition. A big, powerful guy. And we do understand that you're going to be seeing a lot more guys like John Nord and a lot more wrestlers from around the world coming into WCW, because we understand there is a wealth of new talent coming aboard the ranks of World Championship Wrestling.
Well, the new year, 1998, brings with it a group of new faces. This is the Nitro debut for John Nord. And we also understand that later in the broadcast, there is a former WWF World's Tag Team Champion who has never wrestled before in WCW, and he will be making his debut.
Tonight.
And Bret Hart is here also.
Anybody who's anybody wants to get on Nitro.
And we are very proud to be a part of this program and to still be a part of the program, especially now. Especially that we can really toot our own horn about the problems within the New World Order. You know, and it goes back to what I said last week, guys. They had taunted for 18 some odd months. When you're NWO, you're NWO for life. Well, you can really amend that. Last week I had a good time with calling them NWO is for losers, but really you're NWO until the next problem seemingly rears its ugly head. But that's the way it is. I mean, you realize that's the way it is with a group of guys who are looking out for themselves only. Hollywood Hogan's looking out for himself only. That's the way it is.
And certainly they had problems at Starrcade, but I think it all revolves around the possession of the world's heavyweight title, and for the moment it belongs to Sting.
Sting in the midst, and the Barbarian and John Nord going at it, two big strong men, but Sting in the midst of the 3-count controversy that you're going to be able to make your own determination when we show you this Thursday what happened at Starrcade. We'll show it to you on Thunder. And this is unprecedented. One time only this close to a pay-per-view that we're going to be showing the fans something like this.
It never happened before, but it will happen for the very first time this Thursday, the Thunder debut, and that's on TBS. A couple of big raw-boned athletes, and John Nord has Jimmy Hart on his bicycle chasing him around the ring.
He'll never catch him.
No, he won't, but I tell you what he has done now is turn his attention away from his opponent, and now John Nord is paid for it here. The Barbarian, one of the big, powerful stars, established stars in WCW. John Nord trying to make his reputation here where the big boys play, and he can take a big step towards that end with a win here against the Barbarian.
And I tell you, the pressure on these athletes is tremendous. This is their shot at fame and fortune. A victory on Nitro could mean a career, a defeat could mean you never see them again.
Boy, they just keep exchanging these whips into the steel guardrails.
Now you can see the welts on the back of Nord now. Big tough guy, but one thing Nord doesn't have, the Barbarian does, and that is the wizardry of Jimmy Hart prowling the outskirts.
And Jimmy Hart is now back at ringside. You're right, Larry. Fireman's carry by the big man, John Nord. Oh, fall away slam.
John Nord, as you can see, guys, comes in with a great deal of confidence. You got to be confident, Larry, and you've always stressed that. And there's no denying that you're confident. You feel you're going to win every time you go in the ring, and that's what John Nord's got to do. And all these brand new stars coming into WCW, trying to make a name for themselves, they have to approach the match in that light.
Yes, you can't think you can. You must know you can. One iota of doubt can lead to defeat, and the heart was too close.
Too close in the grasp for this big, powerful man, John Nord. And again, he makes a critical mistake and pays for it because the Barbarian sneaks up from behind.
Now, you were right, Larry. The fact that Jimmy Hart is at ringside, that distracted Big John Nord, turns the tide. What a boot from the Barbarian. Sends Nord up and over the top and out to the floor.
1998 is underway, and what a 1997 it was. If you'll go back and in your mind think about what transpired last year, it looked as if NWO would completely run us out of town. But that did not happen on December 28th. And then on December 29th, things turned completely around in a 2-day span for World Championship Wrestling.
You know, you may have hit the nail on the head. The New World Order was riding so high throughout the year that all of a sudden they got defeated. 1, 2, 3, Diamond Dallas, myself, Sting. I think,
cover.
We can get it. I think the New World Order is in shock.
I believe so too. They are licking their wounds, and they have, if that's their game face, maybe so, but they came in with a very serious attitude, and I really believe some dissension.
Well, let me bow my head for a moment of silent laughter.
I think we all should laugh at their misfortune, and John Nord back to the attack once again as Jimmy Hart goes down low. The Barbarian and John Nord with reckless abandon, that time at the top turnbuckle, and spills all the way to the outside.
Yeah, Nord's so tall, when he missed him, his waist hit that top turnbuckle. That top turnbuckle is low to him.
Fans, do not forget, we will have Lex Luger and the Macho Man Randy Savage later on tonight in our feature bout. Plus, Bret the Hitman Hart is here. We understand that Nature Boy Ric Flair's with us as well. The Steiner brothers are here in action. The new TV champ Booker T. And as you said, and as we wait, we're going to have a treat for you, fans, coming up a little bit later on in this program, and a brand new wrestler at WCW.
And we also know that the New World Order is in attendance with the separate limos arriving at the start of the show.
Uh-oh, down he goes.
Up on top, John Nord. Big elbow, and he got some good extension that time. Off of the middle turnbuckle, John Nord over the Barbarian.
He's sitting back with it, Tony.
Camel clutch.
Camel clutch. Look how he's sitting back on the heels and on the calves, on the legs of the Barbarian, pulling back, and John Nord with a submission hold defeats the Barbarian.
Incredible pressure on the lower back as well as the back of the neck of the Barbarian, and what a debut for John Nord on the winning track on Nitro in '98.
And now on this edition of World Class Championship Wrestling, our main event, and here comes the Maniac Buzz Sawyer. Look out! This is going to get started a little early. No bell is rung yet. Rick has it, the referee. That's Buzz Sawyer with Bruiser Brody, and Buzz came in buzzing along here as he tries to overcome the size and
biting.
Biting on Buzz. Buzz biting Bruiser Brody.
Percy's got that chain down there around his neck, belongs to Buzz.
Oh, Percy Pringle urging on his little man, his wild man, his maniac.
Right
what
face.
a foot.
Things
right
are
on
fixing
the
to turn
jaw.
around.
The Bruiser scrubs off Buzz Sawyer, and away we go in this main event. And this one won't be pretty, but it might be wild.
Well, Buzz is always saying he likes pain. He may love this match then, because I got a feeling Brody's going to dish some out.
And looks like Buzz bit Brody in the midsection then. There's a count of on the choke on a count of 3. And Percy Pringle urging his little man on.
Pringle's really excited about his new tag team. Not only that, one half of the world. Oh, big boot to the chest by Brody.
Well, I think the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, boom. Oh, what a shot again by Bruiser Brody. You know, Sawyer's like a bulldog. He just tenaciously goes after his opponent and never quite gives up. Never knows how to give up. 1, 2, and Sawyer sneaks out of there. Bruiser Brody's had some classic battles of late with Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been in the middle of a few of those.
Yeah, it kind of flies around, doesn't it?
makes it rough. You know, you can't go by the tape, what you see on the air. A referee can only call what he sees in the ring. And Abdullah, undoubtedly he's either smarter than some of us, but I tried like, you know, heck, to find that whatever it is he has. I crawled all over him and all over the ring and in and out, and never could actually find him with any kind of object in his hand.
Whoa! Buzz Sawyer bouncing down like a rubber ball, and Brody stays right on top of him.
You have to give Sawyer credit here. Look at the difference in the size of these two men, and Sawyer is coming right at him.
Now, Buzz will never concede, never give up, and never stop until he's absolutely unconscious. The Mad Dog rolling up. Brody on a count of almost 2. Still trying to kick it in there, but Buzz had both hands full of trunks on Brody that time. That's what you're saying. You're trying to count the shoulders. You haven't got time to look around at trunks.
Different combinations of matches every night. You know, the people want to see this guy wrestling another opponent or Bruiser Brody against the Dingo, and it's taking place every night. I've had a chance to travel around the country with World Class in the last couple of months, and Bill, you just wouldn't believe how nice the World Class fans are all over the country. In New Orleans the other night, it was even down on Bourbon Street. They were treating us it was great.
The World Class Championship Wrestling all across the United States and, of course, around the world.
Buzz biting looks like on the side of the stomach.
Yeah, that's the second time he's done that now. Dropping him with an elbow. Tenaciously staying with Brody. If anybody could battle him. Oh, missed.
Oh, missed the headbutt.
Yes.
You know, he better watch that biting because Brody's been known to bite a few times on his own.
Buzz went bouncing down on his head on the mat, trying to throw his own head on that flying headbutt. And they just slap away. Buzz Sawyer wrapping on Bruiser Brody, and then for the third
Biting
time
again.
he's biting again.
You better listen to that count. Rick Hazard was up, looked like 3 or 4.
Very, very close. He could have lost the bout right there. Well, Percy Pringle, as we had in our interview earlier, missed there, but look at that chop by Brody. Brody opening up. Brody hammering on Buzz Sawyer.
This might be that big boot. Oh,
there it is again, right on the part of the jaw. Right on top. 1, 2, and not quite 3. The leg is on the rope. What timing.
He better be glad Rick Hazard was in the right position to catch that, because if he'd have been just a little bit around to the left, he'd have never saw that foot, and that'd been a 3 count.
Brody tapped on the forehead again, and Sawyer comes right back.
Look, he went to the eyes.
Oh, Bruiser's on the floor, and Buzz Sawyer gets a chance to rest in a wild main event of World Class Championship Wrestling.
Got to keep an eye on Percy. He's got that chain. You never know what Percy's going to do. Makes it hard to referee a match like this.
Down on the hard floor of the Sportatorium. No, don't use the TV cable. That may cut off our picture.
Buzz is doing his best to get the odds in his favor.
Oz getting over for a shot of that one, as long as his camera cable stays together. They're wrapping him up.
Looked like I thought he was biting again. No, he still got that cable.
That's a cable still around there, and now Brody's broken free and coming in the ring, and so is Sawyer. We're back inside.
Close to a 20 count. I'm not sure where Rick Hazard was at, but it had to be around 16 or 17.
Look at Sawyer giving up a lot of height and a lot of weight and staying right with Bruiser Brody. Tough little man.
Got to give him credit, Bill. He's had Bruiser staggered here 2 or 3 times.
And now the crowd is picking up Bruiser. Percy Pringle announced, as you probably heard earlier, that Buzz Sawyer and Matt Bourne now are in his stable. Percy Pringle has disassociated himself from Rick Rude. And right now, the Texas heavyweight champion, Buzz Sawyer, choking in on Bruiser Brody. And Bruiser's getting a little tired of that. Watch this move. Oh, great flying drop kick by Sawyer. Sawyer turned that around, turned the tables on Brody. And Sawyer comes right back, and Rick Rude having a little problem with Percy Pringle.
Well, Pringle's trying to do the count instead of letting the referee call the match. He's down there pounding on the mat, and he doesn't have any business anywhere around once he starts touching the ring or the ropes or the wrestlers.
Oh, it is Sawyer right now reversing on that chin lock with Bruiser Brody. And Rick Hazard checking inside.
Well, Buzz is using that foot on the rope. You can see there in the background. See, Pringle now is distracting like he's the one shaking the ropes. Anytime Pringle's around the ring, I have to give him credit. The other night he came out when they made the introduction of Buzz and Matt in the big tag team tournament. There it is again. And Pringle said he was now their manager and was going to take them on to the world title that night. I give him credit. He did that. but it's reasons like this. From up here, we can see it. TV people can see it, but Rick's trying to watch the choke in the throat, watch the shoulders, and watch Pringle. It's almost impossible.
Yeah, I would say that not enough eyes right there to do all that. Buzz Sawyer holding in. There's a foot on the rope.
Both feet.
And both feet. Yeah, both feet were a little too much, Buzz. He got carried away, thought he could handle it. A miss. Look out.
Oh, watch out.
And a drop right there. Oh.
Atomic drop right there.
An atomic drop on.
This might be the big knee. Brody's looking.
Brody getting in position now. Roll, and he missed it. Sawyer rolls out. Sawyer on top. 1, 2, not quite 3. Brody just got out of there, and Pringle, of course.
Pringle's upset. This would be a big win for Buzz Sawyer if he could somehow get his hand raised in this match.
There's Pringle and the chains. There's Buzz Sawyer. And the headlock on Bruiser Brody. Well, watch Bruiser. See if he'll slide him here. He does. And Sawyer came right back. Brody had something in mind.
Brody.
Yeah, he's going to try.
Good luck.
I think they're going to try to do it for both.
He did it.
Sawyer suplex Brody on top now. He's going to try to get the count. 1, 2, and not 3. Brody tossing him off, but what a tremendous move by Buzz Sawyer.
Pringle's hollering 3 count. You got to give. I tell you, Buzz is. It's amazing. You know, he's bit. He's hit with a fist. Raked the eyes. And he's wrestling.
Yeah.
I think he's done it all this match.
He has really performed. He can do whatever he wants to. He's just that kind of talent. Has that ability. Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, appropriately named.
Well, he's trying to. His quickness is helping him in this match, but quickness won't help him next week when it's he and Matt against Lance and Kevin, because I don't think there's a quicker man in the world than Kevin Von Erich in the ring.
There's another bite.
Yeah, I told you, Bud.
And now Brody's going back to get his 1/4 pound.
Little retaliation on the biting.
There goes Sawyer. He missed it. Missed it, and now a bite on the leg. The Mad Dog, I hope he doesn't have.
Had his shots, I hope.
Yeah, I hope he's had his shots. No rabies in there.
Kick to the gut.
That's about 5 or 6 bites now. And Brody taking a lot of punishment right here. Another
suplex.
Yeah, takes a side suplex. 1, 2, and not 3. Brody battles out again.
Pringle is upset. Buzz has maybe had, 4 2 counts already.
Yeah, he's
on
had
Bruiser.
a bunch. A backbreaker, and here comes Sawyer again. 1, 2. And this time
right
Brody
Pringle
got up.
stepped out of bounds right now. Oh, he's trying to distract the referee so Buzz can get the chain.
There goes Buzz with the chain, and Brody stops him.
This could
Brody's
backfire.
got the chain, and Brody hammering Sawyer. Pringle's down. There's a 1,
This could backfire.
2, 3, and it did. It backfired. Pringle distracting the referee. The chain was there. Sawyer used it, and Brody with a quick victory. And Pringle complaining now. It's a little late. Let's go to Mark Lawrence.
Winner of the match, Bruiser Brody.
And so, Bruiser Brody stops a determined Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. And Sawyer giving Brody a tremendous battle. And we'll be back with more